Hey Virgo, and welcome to your weekend check-in. I'm so happy to have you here. Cross watchers, welcome. Virgo, know these energies can always go vice versa, but what I'm seeing here for you this weekend, Virgo, is the Queen of Wands. And I'm seeing this as you really stepping into your power and no longer allowing people to kind of plow you over and pretend like you don't matter. This is kind of like saying, no, I'm here, I matter, this is what I think, this is what I feel, and finally choosing to let yourself hold space in the world. This is really wonderful. Now, the song that my guides wanted me to use to represent your energy this weekend come from Playing with the Big Boys Now, and it's just at the very beginning where Moses is talking to his brother Pharaoh. And he says, in my heart you are my brother, but things cannot go back as they were. And then Pharaoh responds with a laugh and says, I see no reason why not. So I'm seeing here that there has been a break in a relationship and it's almost like the damage that has been done in this break, it's almost like you can't go back and fix it. You can't undo it. And I feel like the damage that has been done has been to such an extreme that it's irreparable. But I do feel like this person may be coming back in and, saying, well, let's just pretend like nothing happened. Like, let's just pick up where we left off. And that this is where you're standing in your power and saying, things can't go back to the way they were. Like, I'm not even the same person. There's no way. And they may not like that answer. They may not accept that answer from you. But your guides are saying it's time to go. Like, you already know that. Or you already have all the tools you need for that. And they showed me a video. They wanted me to share this. It's hard to explain it, but I'm going to do my best. And it's almost like you're in a house that's on fire and you're tied up and your hands are tied behind your back, you're tied up to a chair and the house is on fire, but you happen to have a knife in your hand, so you technically could cut yourself free and walk away, but that's going to take effort. Like, what if the knife slips and you actually hurt yourself? Or you're going to have to get out of the comfort of the space. Like, even though the house is on fire, the chair is not on fire, you're warm, right? And the ropes tying you to the chair kind of feel like a weighted blanket. Everything's okay for now, but fire doesn't stop burning until it's destroyed everything in its path. And so the message is, like, you can call for help, but the only person that can help you is you. The only person that can get you out of this toxic situation with this toxic person is you. And so that means cutting the ropes, having the courage to cut the ropes, stand up and leave the warmth of the fire and leave. Like, jump out a window, like, go out the front door. And it can be scary to take that step because it can be painful to leave. It's uncomfortable. And yeah, the chair's not on fire right now, but like I said, fire doesn't stop until it's burned everything in its path. So if this relationship has hurt you, if you have been wounded by this, the house is still on fire and nothing's changed. The only thing that can change is you. And that's the message your guides wanted me to share with you. And the energy connected to you, this isn't very healthy. This person's wearing a mask. I feel like they feel very left out in the cold because you have closed out a cycle with them. But they're kind of trying to figure out a way back into your energy. This person feels endangered because you're no longer putting up with their bullshit, honestly. The lyrics that my guides want me to share to represent this person's energy. This is one of my son's songs. It's called Wear the Mask by the amazing Digital Circus. And they go like this. So wear the mask, play the part of someone harder in the heart and never someone easy to break. This person is coming in wearing a mask, and whatever they say, whatever they try to convince you of, it's not even real. And So that just puts you in more, like an even more toxic situation. This person will do anything at this point to open the door again and to not feel shut out. And yeah, they just want things to come together. And I feel like, yeah, they're very scared because you're standing in your power. They wanted me to share a video that I actually made earlier today about my kids, and so for some of you, this is going to be very light and not that big of a deal, like just setting a boundary with someone who's toxic and see you later. But for others, this has required you to stand up like a dragon. And they wanted me to share this video as it may be relevant for your situation in some way, and then we'll get back into the reading. The only reason I have my children with me now is because I stood up for them like a dragon. When my ex-husband and my ex-mother-in-law were lying to the cops and CPS to try to take my children away from me so they could have them in Utah, so they could raise them in the Mormon cult, they thought they would get away with it because I'm a very sweet and quiet person. They thought they would win. They thought that they could get my children to hate me. They thought that they could isolate me from them. And the only way I was able to break free is by making the lies and the deceit public. Narcissists only care about their image, so naturally they backed down. And it has completely shattered my heart to realize how common this is, that children would be used as pawns in this way. And if you're going through something like this, dear heart, stand up. Stand up like a dragon. So Virgo, if you have had to stand up like a dragon, here your guides are saying continue to do that. Because this person hasn't changed, they're coming back the same way they left you, and they're coming back falsely. The energy of your connection is the Fool card and the Eight of Pentacles. This person is, they're hoping for a new beginning, and they're going to say they're ready to do all the work, they're ready to do all the things. My question for you would be, how many times has this person said these things to you? And how many times did they follow through with that? How many times have you gone through this cycle with them? Because it seems like you have been on this merry-go-round with them over and over again for a really long time. And so there's that. This is kind of a bummer message for you, Virgo, but I feel like on the other side of this, you really are coming back home to yourself and knowing your worth and not allowing people to take you over. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. And I just wanted to close this reading with these oracle cards. First, we have fly high above your troubles. Give your mind wings, fly high above, and see whatever is troubling you grow smaller, and simultaneously you will see so much more than the problem. What troubles you is simply a part of your infinite reality. And then we have your experience is holy. Your peace comes from truly respecting and inhabiting your own experience. Every challenge is holy, a sacred task for the soul. In meeting them all, you fill your life with divine blessings. And let it in. Whatever you are pushing away, let it in. Allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you have resisted. So much energy will be freed, and this energy will create courage, calm, and ultimately change. So if you are feeling a lot of anger about what you have been through, and you feel like you need to suppress that or pretend like it's not there, because you are trying to fly high above your troubles and trying to kind of like release this and leave it all behind. Your guides are saying face those feelings, allow yourself to feel those feelings, and let them pass through you. And it's so cool, as you heal, you're going to discover your purpose, because whatever you heal within yourself becomes your medicine to the world. Your experience here, Virgo, is holy. So that is the message for you this weekend. I hope this was helpful, and we'll talk to you next time.